On Hulu, I watched, wait for it, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows from just last year. This is a movie that after I was watching X-Men Apocalypse, I was like, hey, you guys want me to see this? And no one said yeah, so I didn't. But I actually thought that the 2014 movie was better than it's been getting, slammed over. The liberties it took with origin story and the Turtles' abilities are kind of forgotten about here. Or at least they don't rise to the surface. So we're picking up after the action of the original movie. They talk about how the Shredder's in prison. But really wasn't it this Schrader guy or Colonel, wasn't he like William Finkner or something? Wasn't he like the bad? Why did they mention him? Oh, well, they say that Vern did everything. They call him the Condor or the Hawk or something. The Falcon, that's it. He's like, yeah, I did it with my friends, Thunder and Lightning. So the Ninja Turtles made an agreement where he would take credit for saving the city by himself, which I think could be easily refuted. I mean, that was in 2014. Everybody has cameras on their damn phones. So, anyways, the Turtles are hanging out Madison Square Garden watching a basketball game when this stuff goes down, and we kind of get our exposition in the movie here. The Jumbotron lights up and tells us everything to get acquainted with the story. April Neal's investigating this guy, Baxter Stockman, and she does some reporting type stuff. She's undercover, trying to snuggle up to him. Donatello gave her a device to download from his iPad, but he hands it off to an assistant, and then she has to go find a way to get close to him. Ditches her disguise, try to look like a slutty schoolgirl. My problem with this is, what happened to her skirt? Like, she put on the skirt, and there were pants, or maybe there were shorts, but she never like rolled down the hose or the stockings. So it's hard to make out what even happened here. Just in one shot, all of a sudden now she has legs showing. Doesn't really work like that. But she gets some information, and he's got this plan to break Shredder out. Schrader, I'm saying, but it's Shredder. I think they may have replaced the actor on Shredder here, but didn't pay that much attention. So Shredder's en route to go to a, facility somewhere. I don't know why he wasn't just already there, but they got him in a car locked down like Steve Buscemi in Con Air. And in there are these two guys, Bebop and Rocksteady, who they go by these names before they turn into creatures, before they're mutants. But they're there, and they're kind of joshing around and stuff. The convoy that was escorting this guy to prison is under attack by guys on, slingshots and motorcycles. And the Turtles show up in the party wagon to combat them. And the party wagon, I don't think they call it the party wagon, but it's like a garbage truck with a lot of mods, and underneath, like, it launches manhole covers. So it's kind of like that pizza thrower machine. I had that back in the day, but it launched pizzas at them, which I don't really think would be a real problem for a lot of enemies. Free pizza. But anyways, they're engaged in this fight, and stuff's going down, but the guy who's like in charge of this convoy, or really like manning the situation, is this guy Jones. He wants to be a detective. It's Casey Jones, but he has short hair. What's he doing with short hair? What the hell? He's got a buzz cut. So anyways, he's in there, and he's watching this go down, and Shredder's getting escaped by helicopter. The action is crazy. Like, this is, you want to call it Bayformers, but yes, this is a Michael Bay production, and I don't remember the name of the director here. Not that it matters that much these days. But this is a slick-ass production. So, yeah, there's mayhem here. More mayhem in this chase than in the classic Turtles movies. So Shredder's about to escape and he like teleports. He goes to Dimension X, meets up with Krang, yes, Krang, who's like floating around outside of his Mobile Suit Gundam body, you know? And he's explaining to him, hey, here's a teleportation device I need to get the Technodrome, my war machine, across to your dimension. We'll take over the world. Oh, okay, boss, you got it. So you have to find these pieces, and you have the Turtles looking for that in different places. Museum in New York City. So a lot of this is showing off New York City. Hey, let's hang out with Carmel Anthony, Vern. You know, let's go to the museum. Things like that. Hell, there's even Statue of Liberty at the end. But we have a bit of a problem with the Turtles. You see, Krang gave Shredder some purple ooze so he can build an army to help him fight these Turtles. That Krang is like, oh yeah, Turtles, right. I don't know how Krang even knew about this stuff. It doesn't really add up. But anyways, gives him this ooze. He takes it to Baxter Stockman. He said, I need you to synthesize this. He turns into some trank darts. They'd recovered Bebop and Rocksteady, and they're like, hey, you're going to work for me now, basically is what Shredder's saying to him. He tranks them with this stuff, transforms them into the inner animal in them. Kind of bullshit, but, you know, I guess the other route they could have actually captured a baby rhino and a baby warthog, but then you'd be like, why'd they do that? Which is sort of what they had done in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Tokka and Razor. Only here, now you have the more official version of those, actual Bebop and Rocksteady, and they don't look bad. Like, their uniform and look is really damn authentic. I don't know how you could hate on that. And there's plenty of action for them in this movie. Like, this is pretty darn intense stuff. I guess if I complained about something about the plotting, like, there's not a lot of downtime. There's not a lot of time to meet the heroes, hang out with them. It's, hey, we gotta go do this, so we're headed over here. Shredder's doing this stuff, you're gonna go that way. Well, the Turtles have to go to Brazil, intercept Bebop and Rocksteady, who I guess were on a plane coming back or something, because they had found this device that had landed in Brazil to help complete their portal, or their teleporter, whatever you want to call this. And the Ninja Turtles have a fight with them. And yeah, they jump out of a plane and they're doing some stuff that would get a lot of things killed. But you remember that previous movie they mentioned that they're bulletproof. They don't take shots in this. Bullets are not bouncing off of them. So if you complain about the bulletproofing, which I think was actually justified, they're mutants. Let's give them some mutant traits, okay? They don't just have to be all goddamn ninja. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're teenage, they're mutant, they're ninja, and they're turtles. They don't just have to be ninjas. So they're having a fracas with them on this plane. Plane's going down. They crash. There's waterfalls. Pretty decent looking effects. The effects have been cleaned up, guys. I think if you want to complain about the art direction, the character models, and the turtles that were inherited here. How would you like to have to be the director of this? Oh, you have to carry over this look that people don't like. Yeah, have fun. I think they're a little bit more restrained, though. These look a little more like the turtles you recognize. Yeah, I realize the nose doesn't fit with your idea, but you know what? That 1990 movie, they didn't exactly look like the cartoon in the comic books, now did they? No, I'm saying exactly. They did not. You know, maybe someday we'll get that look. I wouldn't count on it being anytime soon. Well, hell, the rate they reboot stuff, maybe in 2 years. So, the Turtles head back to New York City. The Technodrome's coming up. The Turtles actually get a hold of this purple ooze. And they have this problem. They have a bit of a dilemma here they have to build on. Leonardo doesn't trust any of the others. He thinks they're immature. Splinter, of course the rat that is their father figure, tells him, no, each perspective's unique and important. This is what makes you a team. So eventually he leaves it up to Raph. Like, hey, Raph, this this purple stuff might have the ability to turn you into a human. Do you want to try it? That way we can sneak outside, fight in the daylight. Raph takes it, throws it on the wall. We're doing it turtle style, bitch. You know, every turtle here has a better character than the previous movie. Casey Jones is a vigilante now. He's got his hockey mask going. He's chasing down Bebop and Rocksteady. I don't know how he fashioned some roller skates or inline blades, whatever, in a second, but he gets that. And I mean, he's going down this parking garage and there's like cars flipping everywhere. Vern and April helped disable the teleporter, but already Shredder's gone through. Baxter Stockman, who by the way is a human throughout the movie, he's like, hey, we're gonna be legends. Nope, you're going away. Why is he why does he stab Baxter Stockman in the back? Baxter didn't have some plan to stab him in the back. That doesn't add up to me. You know, if you may still need this brilliant scientist to help you with some shit. Let's not just go lock him up. So anyways, Shredder heads over, teleports. He's inside Technodrome. He's like, yes, now we can take over the world. Oh, we? No, you're just going to be a collection. Freezes Shredder, puts him in some collection container, and that's the end of Shredder for the movie. Dead, alive, I don't know. Seems like he can't really get back to Earth. I even looked for some kind of monk's reward at the end of the movie. Didn't even see anything about that. So now the turtles have to go up to the Technodrome, which is assembling in the air, and yes, it's a sphere, and it has the eye type thing on top. Okay, so it doesn't have tank treads. Maybe it would if it got completely assembled, okay? But the turtles are fighting Krang up there. They're having a hell of a time. It's a pretty decent battle. Eventually they end up breaking the beacon and stuff right before the thing assembles, and everything has to go back to Dimension X. So it works out for them. And oh yeah, the police found out that the turtles are turtles, and they helped them out, so they're essentially out of the shadows, and they get in a reward ceremony. They get the key to the city in a private ceremony over with Statue of Liberty. You know, in some ways this is better than the last movie, but it still has some issues. It's probably not as funny as the previous one. You know, with the, oh, and we will find you. Oh, sorry, just kidding. That sounded creepy. But we will find you. That was hilarious. And yeah, it might be a little less original in some ways, but, you know, give this movie some credit. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie you would have shit yourself over in the 90s. Still, I give it 2.5 out of 4 stars.